Every time the first month of the new year rolls around, I always feel like there's this fresh space to hit the reset button. But instead of diving straight into big goals, I like to start by resetting with small habits, reorganizing my living space, and taking care of myself in subtle ways. So what about you? What do you usually do in the first month of the year to kickstart a fresh beginning? If you're looking for ways to create a fresh start this year, don't miss out on this video. I'm honestly super excited to share with you what I've been doing this month, from tidying up my living space to challenging myself with new activities. I'm sure you'll find some cool ideas to try out for yourself. So let's jump into the video and see how I reset during the first month of the year. One of the first things I did this month was to give my living space a much-needed refresh. I find that a clean and organized environment can do wonders for my energy and mindset. So I began with my workspace, which is where I spend a lot of time. I took everything off my desk and started by removing items I don't really need anymore. It felt so good to clear out the clutter and only keep the things that help me stay focused and creative. Now when I sit down to work, everything feels more streamlined and organized. Next, I moved on to my living room and bedroom. These are spaces where I spend most of my time, whether I'm working, relaxing, or just unwinding at the end of the day. I rearranged the furniture a little, swapped out some decor, and made sure everything was placed in a way that feels comfortable and easy to live in. It's crazy how such simple changes can make a huge difference in how the space feels. Lastly, I decided to carve out a little corner for myself, a cozy, peaceful spot where I can just relax. I added a comfy chair, a few of my favorite books, and a soft blanket. Now, whenever I need a break or just want to unwind, I have this little retreat right in my own home. Another important part of resetting for the new year was to reorganize my things. I realized that just like my living space, my belongings also need to be organized in a way that makes my daily life easier and more efficient. The first thing I tackled was my wardrobe. I went through every piece of clothing and asked myself if I really wore it or if it still fit my style. If not out, it went. I wanted to keep only the items that I truly love and wear regularly, so I could free up space for things that actually bring me joy and are practical. Now my wardrobe is much cleaner, and it's so much easier to find what I need without feeling overwhelmed by a ton of options I don't actually use. Then I moved on to my work-related documents. I don't know about you, but my desk and files were a bit of a mess after a few months of just shoving papers here and there. So I spent some time organizing all of my work documents. I grouped them into clear categories, labeled everything, and made sure they were easy to access whenever I need them. It's amazing how a little organization can make a huge difference in how smoothly my day goes, especially when I don't have to waste time searching for something important. Next up, one of the things I've been focusing on this month is learning and growing through new skills. I'm all about developing myself, and I believe that the best way to do that is by challenging myself with something new each week. The idea is to keep things fresh and creative while not overwhelming myself with too many big goals. So here's what I've been doing. First up, I decided to dive into learning how to draw. I've always admired people who can draw, but I never really gave it a try myself. So this month, I've been dedicating at least 30 minutes every day to sketch something. It doesn't have to be perfect. It could be a simple landscape or an object around the house. But I've found that even just a small amount of time spent drawing helps me relax and tap into my creativity. It's honestly become one of my favorite things to do to unwind. Next, I decided to challenge myself in the kitchen. I'm no chef, but I've always wanted to cook more, so I started trying new simple recipes. I've been focusing on healthy, easy-to-make dishes like vegetable stir-fries, smoothies, and simple salads. It's been a fun way to explore cooking, and I'm really proud of how much better I'm getting. It's amazing how much satisfaction you can get from preparing something you've never made before. And to keep things exciting, I've been doing little experiments each week to improve my daily routine. This could be anything from testing out a new productivity method like the Pomodoro technique to trying new ways to organize my time. With every new activity, I set a small goal for the week, like try a new recipe, Or test out this time management technique for 3 days and make sure I check off at least one step towards completing it. Now, staying motivated with new skills isn't always easy, but I've found a few things that work for me. First, I make sure to set a schedule. Every Sunday, I plan out the week ahead and decide which skill or activity I want to focus on. That way, I know exactly what I'm working towards, and it feels less like I'm jumping around without any focus. I also try to keep things simple so I don't feel overwhelmed. Instead of aiming to become an expert right away, I break things down into smaller, more manageable goals like learn one new cooking technique this week, or draw a landscape by the end of the week. And finally, I give myself little rewards along the way. Whether it's treating myself to a nice coffee after completing a drawing or watching my favorite show after cooking a new meal, rewarding myself for completing each little milestone helps me stay motivated. So if you're also looking to try something new this year, I definitely recommend setting small, achievable goals each week. It's a great way to develop new skills while keeping things fun and manageable. Next up, taking care of my mental health has been a big focus for me this year. With everything going on in life, I think it's so important to carve out some time to relax and clear your mind. To help reduce stress and stay balanced, I've been trying a couple of practices that really help me start my day on a calm note and unwind in the evenings. One of the first things I do every morning is meditate. I set aside just 10 minutes each day to focus on my breath and quiet my mind. It's a simple practice, but it has made a huge difference in how I approach the rest of my day. Before I get caught up in my to-do list or check my phone, I sit quietly, close my eyes, and just focus on breathing in and out. It's amazing how such a short period of time can help me feel more centered and at peace. Meditation helps me let go of any stress or anxiety I might have from the previous day, and it sets a peaceful tone for the rest of the day. Along with meditation, I've also started journaling in the evenings. Writing down my thoughts at the end of each day has really helped me reflect on how I'm feeling and process my emotions. Sometimes I'll jot down things I'm grateful for or moments that made me happy, and other times I just write about what's on my mind. It's become a way for me to unload any thoughts or worries and create a little space between my day and my sleep. Journaling has made me feel lighter and more in touch with my emotions. It's like a mini therapy session, but it's just me, my thoughts, and a pen. These two practices, meditation and journaling, have really helped me manage stress better and feel more balanced overall. If you're looking for ways to create a little more peace in your life, I highly recommend giving them a try. Now, if I've been focusing on taking care of my mental health, then taking care of my physical health is just as important. After all, they go hand in hand. If my body isn't feeling good, it's hard to stay mentally clear and energized. So this year, I'm making sure to pay attention to my physical well-being with simple habits that keep me feeling strong and healthy. I've been making it a point to exercise at least 3 times a week. Nothing intense, just light activities that I enjoy and that help me stay active. I do some gentle yoga, which helps me stretch and relax, and it's been amazing for both my body and mind. I also try to take a walk outside whenever I can, whether it's around my neighborhood or just a nearby park. The fresh air and movement are so refreshing, and it really helps me clear my head. These small, consistent workouts have made a big difference in my energy levels, and they help me feel more grounded throughout the week. Along with exercise, I've been focusing more on what I'm eating. I've been trying to add more fruits and vegetables to my meals, making sure I get at least 2 servings of veggies with every dish. I also snack on fruits during the day to keep my energy up. Drinking enough water is something I've been more mindful of too. I carry a water bottle with me wherever I go to make sure I stay hydrated, which has helped me feel more alert and less fatigued. By focusing on these simple habits, getting regular exercise and eating healthier, I've noticed a positive shift in how I feel. I've got more energy, I'm sleeping better, and I'm just in a better mood overall. It's amazing how taking care of your body can have such a huge impact on your mental well-being. If you've been following along, you know how much I focus on taking care of myself physically and mentally. But another important aspect of well-being for me this year is connecting with others and building relationships. It's easy to get caught up in your own world, but we all need those meaningful connections to feel supported and inspired. So I've made it a goal to participate in more community events and reconnect with old friends. This week, I joined a community yoga class. It was such a great experience, not just because it helped me improve my flexibility and strength, but because it also gave me the chance to meet new people who share similar interests. It's a perfect way to connect with others in a low-pressure setting. I'm not the best at yoga, but I love the feeling of community that comes from doing something together. It was nice to be surrounded by people who are all trying to better themselves, and it was a great way to start my day. In addition to yoga, I also made a point to reconnect with some old friends. I haven't seen them in a while, so I organized a small get-together to catch up. It was amazing how refreshing it felt to reconnect and talk about life memories and everything in between. I think sometimes we get so busy with our daily lives that we forget how important it is to nurture old relationships. It's easy to fall into the habit of not reaching out, but it's always worth it when you do. Reconnecting with these friends reminded me of the importance of maintaining and investing in long-term friendships. Connecting with others, whether it's through a community activity or catching up with old friends, has made such a difference in how I feel. It's a reminder that we don't have to go through life alone and that the people around us can help us grow in ways we never expected. This year, I've really been focusing on personal development, and one of the ways I've been doing that is by participating in online workshops and diving into books that help me grow. I've always been passionate about learning, and I believe that attending these kinds of events and reading the right material can really help me improve different aspects of my life. Recently, I attended an online workshop about personal development, and it was incredible. The workshop focused on time management techniques and how to be more productive without feeling overwhelmed. I learned new methods for organizing my day, like the time blocking method, and how to prioritize tasks effectively. It was eye-opening, and I can already feel the positive impact on how I approach my work and daily life. I'm much more focused and efficient now, and I feel like I'm in control of my time rather than letting it slip away. In addition to workshops, I've also started reading more books on personal growth and life management. Right now, I'm reading a book that focuses on mindset and how changing your perspective can completely transform your approach to challenges. It's been really helpful in shifting the way I think about certain situations and has given me a new outlook on life. The more I read, the more I realize how important it is to continuously invest in my own growth, both mentally and emotionally. After focusing on my mental and physical health, setting goals for the new year has also been on my mind. I think when you've taken the time to work on yourself both mentally and physically, it's important to also create a roadmap for what you want to achieve in the upcoming months. However, I've realized that setting huge, overwhelming goals isn't always the best way to go. Instead, I've started focusing on breaking things down into smaller, more achievable steps so I don't feel stressed out or overwhelmed. One of the first things I did when setting my goals this year was to break them down into manageable chunks. Instead of setting one massive goal for the whole year, I decided to focus on one key goal each month. Whether it's improving my fitness, learning a new skill, or focusing on something in my personal life, I set clear, specific objectives for each month. It feels so much less overwhelming this way because I know exactly what I'm working on, and I can keep my attention on just that particular thing for the time being. The key is to keep it simple and achievable. Tracking my progress is another important part of staying motivated. Every week, I take a moment to check in with myself and see how I'm doing. This weekly reflection gives me the chance to measure my progress, and it keeps me on track with the goals I've set. If I notice that I haven't made as much progress as I'd hoped, I can adjust my approach, set a new mini goal, or even tweak my plan for the next week. It's all about staying flexible while still moving forward. Now, even though I'm breaking things down into smaller goals, I've learned that not everything will always go as planned. Life can be unpredictable, and sometimes things don't turn out the way you expect. But one thing that's helped me is being kind to myself when things don't go perfectly. I remind myself that the journey is just as important as the destination. It's about persistence and keeping at it even when things get tough. This mindset has been so helpful in maintaining my motivation. To keep myself motivated along the way, I've started rewarding myself when I achieve a small goal. For example, when I complete a milestone or make some progress, I treat myself to something I enjoy, like a relaxing day off, a nice meal, or even just watching a movie I've been looking forward to. These small rewards give me something to look forward to and keep me motivated to push through to the next step. Finally, I remind myself to stay patient. It's easy to get frustrated when progress feels slow, but I know that consistency is the key. Things might not always go according to plan, and not every goal will be achieved immediately, but if I stay patient and keep taking action, I know I'll get there eventually. What matters is that I keep moving forward even if the steps are small. So looking back on this first month of the year, I've really focused on trying out new skills, taking care of myself, and connecting with others. Every day I've dedicated time to small habits that might seem simple, but they've made a huge impact. From learning how to draw, experimenting with cooking at home, to organizing my space and setting up a healthier routine, each of these steps has helped me feel more balanced and grounded. It's amazing how much you can accomplish just by focusing on one small thing at a time. Now, if you're watching this and thinking you haven't quite started your reset yet, don't worry. It's okay, and you don't need to dive into everything all at once. Start with something small. Maybe begin by tidying up your living space, or trying to learn a new skill you've always wanted to explore. The most important thing is just to start, even if it's a tiny step. Focus on consistency and being patient with yourself. Don't rush the process. Little changes add up over time, and before you know it, you'll see progress. Keep going, and remember, it's all about moving forward, no matter how small the steps might seem. And that's a wrap for today's video. I really hope you found some of these ideas helpful, and that they inspire you to make small changes in your own life. Whether it's learning something new, organizing your space, or simply taking time to care for yourself, these small steps really add up over time. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more content like this. I'd love to hear about how you're resetting for the new year, so feel free to drop a comment below and share your thoughts or experiences. Thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. Take care, and I'll see you soon.